ॐ ह्रीं नमो लोये सब्बसागुणम्। ॐ ह्रीं नमो उवच्छायाणम्। ॐ ह्रीं नमो आयर्याणम्। ॐ ह्रीं नमो सिद्धाणम्। ॐ ह्रीं नमो अरहन्ताणम्। एषो पञ्चनमोकारो सर्वपापप्रणाशनो मङ्गलानं च सर्वेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम्। परमं हवै मङ्गलम्। So all respected sadhak sadhika, it is Preksha meditation camp. In this retreat, you try to understand what is Preksha, and now there is a different term, and that is, what is this? Anupreksha. Anupreksha. So, Anupreksha is a meditation which is based on thinking, vichar, repeating, reinforcing. So it is a meditation which is based on thoughts. So technique of preksha, just perceiving, and what you perceive, then move towards contemplation. This meditation is a part of Dharma Dhyan. How many types of meditation in Jainism? 4 types. Artha Dhyan, Raudra Dhyan, which we avoid. Dharma Dhyan, Shukla Dhyan, which we try to do. And at present, most of us can do Dharma Dhyan. And Dharma Dhyan has a big family, means many types of practices. So one type is known as Vichay Dhyan. So Anupreksha is a kind of meditation which is based on analysis, self-analysis. So Anupreksha, why the word Anupreksha formed? Because it is a part of Preksha. So Preksha means perceive, Anu means afterward. What you realize, what you got, if you do churning, and what you get? Butter. And after that, you clarify the butter, you make some sweet of the butter, you make some dishes of the butter. Sometimes you like to enjoy butter on various dishes. So, similarly, various types of Anupreksha. So, Anu means afterward. Afterward, the Preksha, what practices we do is one Preksha is Anupreksha. Whatever perceived during the Preksha, and after that we prolong it or we reinforce it, is known as Anupreksha. The objective of Anupreksha, why we want to do? The first thing, maybe we want to break something which is an habit and which is a part of subconscious mind. So we want to break it. Second, we want to make deep concentration, and that deep concentration, and we reinforce that too. Third, the emotional transformation to develop some virtues and eradication of some source of phobia. Like I have fear phobia of lizard. When I see, even one day in dream, I had a lizard dream, and then I started crying at night. Then somebody said, "What happened?" And then said, "Lizard on me." I said, "Nothing." Like, "On my head." They said, "Nothing." So it was dream. So some phobia, not in this life, but we carry on from our past life. Some ladies are very fearful about cockroach, mice, or other things. So this is our fear phobias, and these phobias not only related from this life, but many life. We have some layer of old animal brain and other brain inside our human brain. So that brain is part of our past life, and in Jain terminology we can say karma sharir, and that karma sharir carry on that baggage, and that baggage is unknown to us, unknown to our conscious mind. We don't know. When we are conscious, we don't have that idea, but in subconscious level, at dream level, at sleep level, you never imagine I can sleep while I'm working. And I noticed when I joined this training center to be a nun, I wear the sleeper, I went to the morning walk in my sleep. If I have to follow a line, so I followed the line, and we have to venerate monks and nuns in the early in the morning. I did that, and while coming back to the from the sadhu's place, I left my sleeper one day, and I went to the desk. I lost my sleeper. Then they given me new one. They thought it's a new sister, and our sleeper lost. Second day again I lost. I went, and I felt little uneasy how to go, but anyhow I went. I lost my sleeper. They managed a second pair of sleeper. Then third day same thing happened. They said, "Where you lost?" I said, "I don't know." Then they called my group leader. "Where she lost every day?" They said. She said, "I have no idea." And then, "When you go to morning walk, have you been?" "Yes." "Then when you come back?" "I have no idea." So during that time, I was in sleep, walking and sleeping. Nobody imagined, but it was my habit. And then slowly, some other sister of my group were with me. "Okay, you are aware? Wear your sleeper." You are sleeping and walking. You are sleeping and walking. So such things we are not aware. And then they have given me contemplation for coming out this sleep. And one sister 3 times, every day 3 times meditation. I am managing my sleep disorder is going away, and it is from 10 to 4, 10 to 4, and they reinforced, and there was a big change in my life. So many things our conscious mind don't recognize, don't register, but things happen, then we understand, oh, this thing. So to break such things, we need contemplation. And also our attitudinal change and behavioral modification. And sometimes we need in our day-to-day life, when we have some source of pain, we can manage through anupreksha. we have some psychological disorder, we can manage through anupreksha. So anupreksha means break the cycle. What is going on? The normal cycle. And then you can manage. So today in my lecture, I would like to share some real experience, which is, I have my own experiences, just I have given my walking and sleeping experience, but there are so many other also. But today I want to make Jatin Bhai, the partner of my lecture. So please, how you managed your pain? Jatin Bhai passed through many types of pain, and how he managed his pain through preksha meditation, through mantra, through color visualization. So his own experience will help us to understand how anupreksha can work in our life. Yes. So Jatin Bhai and we met when we started Jain Vishwa Bharati London in 2003. Me and Samni Jin Pragya, we were here, and you know, it is ethos of Jain Vishwa Bharati. Whenever, wherever we get any information, oh, someone is ill, Samni Ji is there. Oh, someone gets surgery. After surgery, we are there. How to meditate. Before surgery, someone is so much paining. Oh, I'm going to be operated. And before operation, how to manage your pain, how to get ready. So all this situation comes, we are there. Sometimes people are on that bed at that time. Also sometime in chronic disease, and sometime at the 11th hour. We are always there, and that is in my first priority. During my study, during my 4 years of PhD, many times I have cancelled my meeting with my supervisor, and supervisor said, "Where are you going, Pratibha?" "I'm going to hospital." And I did so many Santhara here. Santhara. This is the best part of my life to remember, to carry on with me. So maybe I will share at some stage, not today. So I'm giving this opportunity to Jatin Bhai share his experience, which is pain related to pain management in his life. Yes.
Respected Shamiji, my dear brothers and sisters, I'm very humbled to have been given this opportunity to share my experience with you today. Shamijis have made a very big impact in my life. And I'll give you a small background about myself, my disability, my life changes, which led to my faith, meditation, and how I use it in my daily life. So I got polio in both my legs when I was 6 months of age. As you all know, polio is for life. Fortunately, my right leg recovered, but my left leg was left paralyzed waist down. I learned to walk using metal calipers and surgical shoes and carried on with my life. When I was in my early 40s, I started experiencing excruciating pain in my lower back and spine. This was all because of heavy calipers and shoes, and the way I used to walk had resulted in a double curvature of my spine, and all the nerves in the path of the curved spine were getting compressed, which was giving me this unbearable pain. I was under the care of leading neurosurgeons in the country, and here they started me on very, very strong painkillers, steroids, injections in my spine, and even burning of my nerves that were being compressed. And that was a very, very horrific process. But I had no choice. That was my only option. This gave me a very short-term pain relief, and the pain would come back as soon as the effects of the drugs were wearing out. And they also put me in a wheelchair to ease the pain. Now, prior to this, despite having polio, I was totally pain-free, and I had accepted that way of life. With this new pain, I was constantly asking myself that I had a disability since I was 6 months of age. Now, halfway through my life, I am experiencing this new debilitating pain. Why me? Where is God? There was that anger, frustration. So much was going on in my head. But all through this, I continued with my exploration of Jain Dharma. In early 2000, I did a very intense course on the karma theory that made me fully understand that what I was going through was indeed the actions of my karmas from the past. And the only way forward was to bear the pain with equanimity. In 2003, I was introduced to respected Shamni Pratibha Pragyaji and Shamni Jindal Pragyaji. Now this was a turning point in my life. After lengthy discussions with both the Shamnis, I was introduced to Praksha Dhyan. They gave me a lot of one-to-one guidance, introduced me to relaxation, color therapy, contemplation, and so on. And with full faith and conviction, I began my practice, and Shamnijis monitored my progress. Now, in order to know whether it was working, I decided to come off all my medication, which was giving me harmful side effects and also suppressing me mentally. The neurologists thought I was mad, but I explained to them that it was my body and I wanted to try this color therapy, an ancient art of meditation which was free from side effects. The consultants gave me the benefit of the doubt and kept me on their books. I progressed with my practice and soon found the benefit of using positive colors to numb the pain. The pain was indeed negative energy. I became more alert, more mobile, and by the mid-40s, I decided to retire from my business and have since dedicated my life to seva work. Now, since 2003, I have not taken a single painkiller or any drugs for my pain whatsoever. Now, I'll tell you...
One more study. Yeah.
So basically, contemplation is a technique of transforming negative into positive, as Swamiji said. And I'll tell you about two recent incidents that happened. In 2009, I was driving my wife Kush to Heathrow Airport. On the way near the airport, we had an accident. Our car was under a 9-ton lorry. We were being thrown around because the lorry could not stop. And everything happened so quickly. When I realized the impact, I said to Kush, start reciting Nokar mantra. This is our last moment. But Kush was so traumatized and was screaming and crying for help. We were helpless. I closed my eyes and started reciting Nokar mantra. The lorry eventually stopped and people came to help us. They broke our car doors and got us out alive. We were not hurt or bruised at all and escaped death. It was like a dream. The lady driver of the lorry was so traumatized and she was shaking hysterically. I went up to her and I told her that we were okay, and I held her hand and started reciting Nokar mantra to calm her down. Eventually, a kind taxi driver took Kush to the airport and a recovery car drove me home in the evening. I called Shamini Prasanna Pragyaji, explained what had happened. I received Manglik to calm me down. I didn't sleep whole night and kept thinking about how the power of Nokar mantra had saved us. 3 weeks later, in the presence of Shaminiji's, we kept a Akhand Nokar mantra jap at home, and so many people came to take part. That day, Shamini Prasanna Pragyaji made a very profound statement, which has always stayed with me and everyone present there. What is more powerful, Nautan ki lori or Nokar mantra? And it just won't leave me. That day, myself, together with many other people there, took a vow to recite a Nokar mantra daily, and I guess I became a catalyst for them. The second incident happened in 2013. Now, I used to be able to walk around the house by locking my left knee with my left hand, which gave me support. One evening, I had a very bad fall in my bedroom and shattered my femur bone in the leg with polio. I was rushed to the hospital, and on the third day, 4 orthopedic surgeons operated on me. The operation lasted 6 hours, and they pieced the femur bone using titanium plates and 50 screws. They had never operated on anyone with polio before, so for them it was a trial and error as well. I do not remember coming back to the ward, and for the next 8 days I was kept sedated by morphine that was given through an intravenous drip. The doctors knew that the pain after the operation would be unbearable. I slept through all of this, and I didn't eat or drink anything for 8 days. On the 9th day, they reduced the morphine, and I started waking up slowly. On the 10th day, Shamini Prasanna Pragyaji came to visit me in the hospital. She recited very powerful mantras and told me to recite Namo Loye Sabba Sahunam, taking my focus to the femur bone. Before Shamini left, she gave me Manglik and told me, Jatin bhai, aap theek ho jayenge. Shaminiji's visit gave me a lot of strength. I didn't sleep that night and continued with the job and my color meditation. Later that night, the nurses came and took my morphine drip out. The next morning, when the pharmacist came to give me my painkillers orally, I refused to take them. I was awake now. She called the consultants, and once again I told the consultants that I was going to numb my pain through my color meditation, my job, but most importantly, my faith in Jain Dharma. I said that if I was unable to bear the pain, then I will ask for painkillers. Now, I continued my practice during the rest of my stay in the hospital, and controlled my pain through color meditation. I was more alert, more energetic, and once again accepted that this injury again was due to my past karmas. On my release, 3 weeks later, the consultants came to see me. They were baffled as to how I have been able to bear the pain without painkillers. One consultant even asked me if I could tell him the magic of Jain Dharma and whether he could also become a Jain. I smiled at him and replied, in order for you to become a Jain, firstly, you need to give up eating meat. They also told me that I would never be able to put any weight through the left leg as the plates and the bone can break. And because my right leg was becoming weaker, that I would be bedridden for the rest of my life. At home, I received intensive physiotherapy. I healed my femur bone through the power of japa and eased my pain through the colors of my positive energy. With the help of the physio, although I had completely lost use of my left leg, I started to stand up and hop slowly on my good leg with the support of a Zimmer frame. This gave me my independence to walk around the house. In fact, I'm in a better position. You all have 2 legs. I have 5. 4 legs of my Zimmer frame and 1 of my own. Once again, I adopted this new change in my life and put it to positive use. 6 months later, in my wheelchair, driving my car, I returned back to work in Northwick Park Hospital, where I've been a volunteer for the last 15 years, helping every Tuesday and Friday. I work with our elderly people who are in a lot of pain by visiting them. We recite Jain mantras together and help to calm them down. Now, I will continue with my practice of meditation to help me with my pain, for my inner peace and awareness, and hopefully inspire other people to do the same. I meditate daily, early in the morning, at the same time and the same place. This gives me the energy and the strength to fulfill my day. I also practice visualization. Now with this, I create spiritual images, landscape, beautiful flowers, and feel the flow of energy full of vibrant and positive colors. I use these images and colors to create art, which I use as pain therapy. When I'm engrossed in creating art, I forget about my body pain. I have surrendered myself to Paramatma and Panch Parameshwar. May my faith guide me on my destiny in this human birth. May the blessings of Gurudev and the Shambhijis always be with me. Om Param.
So, it was not a divine miracle. It is his own energy. And that's why in Jain Dharma, we used to say, and we say, and we try to realize that soul has infinite power. Tablet has material power. So first of all, I would like to thank Jatin Bhai. So how you felt, how you utilize. We know this much, what we don't use, then that knowledge became burden. And we know little, but we try to use it put in the practice, it means we are using our own treasure. Jaina Dharma have so much mantra power, so much types, so many contemplations. So there are some contemplation related to the eternal truth, anityata, ashranata. Nothing is permanent. When we have some sad episode in our life, some downtime, in that situation, we are going in artha-dhyan. Means our energy is low, and sometimes we say, how an unlucky person I am. But nothing is permanent. Nothing is staying stable. Constant change. Can you see your photo as a baby in your house? Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. See your photo as a baby, as a teenager, as a college student, as a working youth, making money, getting married, having kids, having responsibility, and seeing your kids in the same cycle. They got married. They have their own kids. They have their own life. They have their own sansar. And then, bell tolls for whom? For us. This happened. What our grandparents, then parents, then we are. So time is constantly moving. Situations moving. Nothing is permanent. Something happened, someone coming to stay with us, we feel when this person will go. When pain comes to stay with us, then we are so worried. Sometimes disease comes to stay with us, more worrying. But we are happy. Holiday comes to us for 10 days, 20 days, 1 month. Honeymoon comes to you. But you know, honeymoon is not for last. Holidays for not forever. So this is life. Nothing is permanent. But why we bother when we have some adverse situation? Try to feel sweet are the uses of adversity. There is a way. There is a ray of hope. There is light. And it is the real truth of our life. Sometimes we like those persons who are around us. Sometimes we don't like such person, they are around us, with us. And in that situation, our mind is moving. Atithi kab jaoge? I think it is real story or not, but when this guest will go. So everything is changing. And this is contemplation. If we contemplate, then we can make ourselves strong. As some tall cliff. Many storms coming and going. Cliff is there. Unmoving, unshaken. Similarly, if we do contemplation of reality, then nothing moves us. So now, do you understand contemplation is important?
Yes.
If we contemplate, then
we are not moving here and there. No rag, no dvesh. In the middle, balanced situation in life. That is the real use of contemplation. One day, I asked Acharya Mahapragya ji, people are free. They have no badha. They can take when they like to take a tablet at night, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, or 4 o'clock. But we have Chovyar for lifelong. So whenever we have pain, what can we do? This was my straight question. Acharya Mahapragya ji answered my question. He said, we have our own painkiller, which is not made outside in pharmacy, but which is made inside our body. I said, which painkiller? What is its name? I want to know. Then Gurudev given mantra, Sabva Savunam, Sabva Savunam, Sabva Savunam. But you know, if you are in the age of 25, and I think it is like a job for me, but in my life, I try to test. So one day, I have taken 3 days fast, Tela, Attham, and then for 3 days silence. So the Samniji, they want to test me. They said, you can't stay 3 days. And the third vow is staying in isolation, ekantavas. So these were my 3 vows. They say, you are going, but you will be out before evening. You can't stay so much alone. You got talking so much. And so what happened? As soon as I entered, there were so many mosquitoes in that quarter. You know, in India, it is very common. So I have chosen that place. I have taken this oath that I am going to stay in this quarter. So the first test was so many mosquitoes. So it was difficult to sit. So the first meditation I started, मच्छरों के साथ मैत्री हो, मच्छरों के साथ मैत्री हो, my enmity with mosquitoes, my enmity with mosquitoes. You'd never imagine. Now mosquitoes, I have noticed that no mosquito is biting me, just they are moving around me. Though I get some noise, but all are. So it was amazing. I was so happy. But in my happiness, again second test appeared. And that test was, I had some pain in my muscle, and that is kind of spondylitis, or I don't know what type of that pain. So when this pain comes, so severe, even I can't move my hand, can't move my back. If someone help me, I can. Otherwise, so severe pain. And in such pain, I used to take 500 mg paracetamol type of butaproximine something painkiller capsule. So it was my 3 days fast. I'm not allowed to take, and I have total silence. So that pain came on my face because this is everybody who can understand something happened to me. So at the evening time when I came out, somebody said, oh, look, it is in India, तुम्हारे चेहरे पे 12 बज रहे हैं. So Pratibha Pragya, come out and start speaking. Look your face. It seems you are ill since 1 month. but I kept quiet. Really very severe pain. Then my head told me, Pratibha Pragya ji, don't go in isolation, and your face is so miserable. And because I had moaned, I can't speak, and just I went in Pratikraman and I came back. At night, suddenly I remembered that capsule which Gurudev given. At night, if we don't have anything, we can use this. So I tried. Sabba Sahunam, Sabba Sahunam, Sabba Sahunam constantly. And if you have no option, then you are more concentrated. Otherwise, I can think, okay, let me have some hot bag, let me have some ointment, and let me have this, let me have that. But you have no option, then you are fully concentrated. So I'm fully concentrated, and I did that, and finally, when morning, though I couldn't sleep better, but half pain reduced. When I came for Pratikraman, then everybody said, now she look bit better. I carry on the job. Second day, my 70% pain gone. But I carry Sabba Sahunam with full concentration. And not only full concentration, with breathing. Just one breath. Seven times, then 10 times, then 20 times, 27 times. I prolonged my breath and just holding my breath on the pain area and using red color. And I did Sabba Sahunam, Sabba Sahunam, Sabba Sahunam. 70% pain managed, second day, and third day I managed my 90% pain, and my 3 days passed over. Otherwise, I would have taken more than 10-12 painkillers. And I used to take, because such pain comes 3-4 days, I'm lying down, taking medicine, and using hot bag and ointment, and also sometimes cry. So such severe pain, and I got this key, and after that, many people, because this Jatin Bhai made his own experience. Now he can share this experience with others. And that's why I invited him to be a part of my contemplative, this lecture. So try to test. In Jaina Dharma, in Naukar mantra, we have more than 400-500 mantras, various combination, various seed mantra, and various power of Naukar mantra. Whenever people get fever, and then Namo Loe Sabba Sahunam, Namo Vajjayanam, Namo Airyanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Arhantanam. In reverse mode, it works. So try to use Naukar mantra in various mode, and if you get chance, try to read Eso Pancha Namokkar, Acharya Mahapragya's very famous book on Namaskar Mahamantra. So that book is really having various types of mantra, various practices on Namaskar Mahamantra. In Jaina Dharma, we have a lot, but we are very grateful to Acharya Mahapragya. He made it so scientific. If I say, oh, everything is anitya, everything is anitya, everything is anitya. But with your own psychic center, with your color visualization, with the Namaskar Mahamantra, if we do with a good permeation, and as Jatin Bhai shared his experience, It is not overnight change. It is not a switch on and switch off. It is your own energy, and you have to be in tune. You have to set yourself 100%. It is not 60-70, not 60-40. You have to fully dedicate, and then your contemplative power works upon you. So, meditation and contemplation. So, through these contemplation, we can make ourselves powerful. We can come out from different phobia. We can change our habit, and in this way, the religion became more practical. So religion became a part of our own life. So now I am stopping here because again we have next session for I think